Okay, kidney stones can happen in the United States very commonly, extremely common even in people who don't have the surgery. The most common type of kidney stone in patients who do not have the surgery, as well as those who do have an MGB, is something called a calcium oxalate stone. Now, calcium oxalate stones, as you might guess from the name, have two components, calcium and oxalate. Anyways, so calcium and oxalate stones, and calcium and oxalate are two parts of your diet. They're also two parts of the waste products that are excreted in the urine. Okay, and so what we want to think about are what can we do to protect our patients from kidney stones. And I'm very interested in this, not only because my patients can get them, and because the MGB can increase your risk of kidney stones, but also because I've had calcium oxalate stones myself. So it's a subject that's near and dear to my heart, because you described that feeling of being stabbed with a spear. I felt that way towards the end of a day when I had done 5 cases, and I was operating on the last patient, and all of a sudden, I thought a terrorist had snuck into the OR and stabbed me with a spear. And so I'm trying to finish the case, and the nurse is kind of patting off, I'm sweating like crazy going. So I finished the case, patient did well, and they put me in a wheelchair and wheeled me out to see the family, and I said, "Your family member's fine, but I'm going to the ER." So, but and Toradol, yeah, good thing. Oxalate is in the diet in a lot of different foods, and particularly chocolate, certain kinds of nuts, and spinach, collard greens, and things like that. So one of the things you'll want to do is eat less oxalate-containing foods. You might also think that if calcium oxalate stones are a problem, you might want to eat a diet that's lower in calcium, because we just recommended lower oxalate. And for a long time, doctors and urologists recommended a low calcium diet for calcium oxalate kidney stones, and they found that didn't help. And now they found that we actually want you to eat a slightly increased amount of calcium in your diet. That extra calcium binds the oxalate in your gut, so you're less likely to absorb it, so it doesn't come out and be bound up in the urine. So that's why, if you notice, our recommendations say take some Tums, because Tums are calcium carbonate, tend to bind oxalate in the gut and decrease your risk of kidney stones. Don't take tons of calcium, but some extra calcium helps protect you, paradoxically, from calcium oxalate stones. The next thing is we would like to increase the amount of citrate in your diet. And citrate occurs in citrus fruits. So what we would like to recommend for our patients is orange juice every morning. And that orange juice has citrate, which helps bind the oxalate and protect against kidney stones. And so those are the things we recommend to be cautious about having another one of those kidney stones.
So how many Tums a day would you recommend, like 1 or 2?
Orange juice?
The Tums.
Oh, it's in the manual, and it's 4 times a day.
And I did, after the first year, I kind of got off the Pepto. A lot of things, the vitamins I've been good on, but the Tums I had gotten off the habit. But in this last year, I put that back in, and I do drink orange juice most days. And so that's why I haven't formed anymore. Got rid of the one. The other one probably will sit there and never move. So
good.
It is what it is.
Good. Okay, you got a flight? Okay. Staples out? All right. Come on up. Questions that you have for me?
I've done really well.
Good.
Gotten too long.
Let's see. A little bit of bruising there.
I expected a lot more because I lose.
Applause.